Hello friends! In this video we will try to find out what God really wants from us. This question usually arises when we suffer and go through difficulties, torments and failures in life. In such cases, a person in despair asks God, "What have I done that you punish me? What do you want from me?" Such questions originate in the human perception that there is somewhere in heaven an entity that judges us, examines our every step, gets angry when we do bad deeds, and punishes us. Many people believe that every good deed deserves a reward, and every bad deed punishment. But there is a tiny problem with this perception. Is it correct to equalize God to a human being who gets angry, judges, takes revenge, and punishes? These are human qualities that should not be attributed to the Creator of the world, who is far beyond all this. From a broader and spiritual perspective, the Creator is the source of all abundance and love in the universe, who influences everyone for good, without distinction, judgment, or condition. For most people living in the material world and preoccupied with survival, it is difficult to reach a level of awareness of unconditional love. But those who manage to reach it, their lives are illuminated. When God created man, he invited him to be an active partner in the rectification of the world. God said to man, "Be my partner," partner in the revelation of divinity in the world and in the completion of creation. Divinity is revealed in the world through infinite light, light that emanates from the source, without limit and without interruption. The light of infinity strives to fill as many vessels as possible and to be manifested in as many variations as possible, because this is how the thought of creation is realized. The Creator created us as vessels to absorb His light. In order to absorb the light, we must expand our conscious vessels and cultivate them. According to the laws of creation, light can only fill rectified vessels. Rectified vessels are vessels that have a strong desire to attract light, not only to receive fulfillment and pleasures for themselves, but also to influence this light further, to receive in order to influence. In the reality of the material world, our vessels are unable to receive the light automatically because they are covered with screens. These screens are created for many reasons. The main reason being the primal selfish nature of man, the desire to receive in order to receive and contain. When man goes through his incarnations, his primal nature causes him to commit many transgressions and to behave in a way that is not synchronized with the thought of creation. Following the transgressions committed by choice or due to lack of awareness, a larger and more solid vessel is being built in him. Our vessels undergo expansion in the zone of the shells. Whenever we commit a spiritual or physical transgressions, we descend into the sections of darkness where we suffer from a lack of light. These are the situations in which troubles and difficulties befall us, that we tend to interpret as punishment from God. The way out of this dark zone requires the transformation of our conscious vessels through changes in awareness. When our vessels are transformed, the light can fill them. So, what does God want from us? That we fulfill our role as vessels for the realization of His light, and that we ensure that our vessels are rectified and fit to absorb the light of infinity that strives to be realized through them. As partners in the rectification of the world, we must transform our vessels from vessels that take only from themselves to vessels that transmit the light further. Once we carry out this transformation work on a regular basis and spread the light that passes through us to others unconditionally and without personal interests, much of the suffering and troubles we experience will disappear. We will no longer suffer from a lack of light. It is important to me that you understand the simple principle that the cause of our suffering and distress is not a punishment for God for bad deeds we have done, or that God simply decided to abuse us arbitrarily. The main reason for suffering is the inability of our vessels to absorb the infinite light, which is always there, and enjoy the divine abundance. The Creator's works are excellent, and the world He created is fundamentally perfect. In order not to spoil all this beauty, we must be aware of the distortion that selfish actions may create in the world. Every action we take affects the spiritual fabric of creation. Let us do our best to act out of love and a desire to do good to others, to multiply justice and kindness, and to be full partners in creating an improved human society. Thank you for being with me, and see you in the next videos.